Yo, what's good? We back at it. It's another video by your boy Sid. We here to follow through with the moon sign series, right? So we're gonna go into the moon when it comes to the sign or constellation of Scorpio and what this means, what this denotes. So first off, let's talk about what the moon represents. Now, the moon in an astrological chart or in your birth chart will show how you deal with your emotions and feelings. It's also going to show your relation to your mother or the maternal influencing figure. It's also going to show where you get emotional fulfillment from, right? And it deals with your family slash home life and your upbringing and ancestry lineage, right? So let's talk about the sign of Scorpio. Now, Scorpio is the 8th sign, right? It's ruled by Mars and Pluto. Now, when the moon comes through the sign of Scorpio, it actually falls in this sign, right? It's exalted in the opposite sign of Taurus, meaning it does very well there. And the reason being, and you'll see this if you looked at my moon and Taurus sign video, is when we talk about the moon, it deals with your feelings, your emotions, right? Taurus is the sign of comfortability, stableness. So you will want your moon sign to come in a very comfortable and stable sign, right? Now, when it's in the opposite sign of Taurus, which is Scorpio, it falls here. It doesn't do the best here, right? So we're going to break this down on different levels to talk about in detail what this means, right? So now let's start off though with how you deal with your emotions and feelings, right? When it comes to your emotions, right, your feelings, you're someone who's a bit more private with how you feel at times, right? You're a bit more private, more secretive, as Scorpio deals with like secrets, mysteries, things of that nature, right? You're someone who may feel like you have to protect your emotions. And if we jump down to your mother or the maternal influencing figure, this is where this would have stemmed from, right? For you guys who have this placement. The mother could have been like manipulative at times, a bit vindictive, could have been some power struggles, right? With her. So in return, you would have felt like you would have had to protect your emotions basically, right? And be a bit more secretive, right? And your upbringing with your mother. And this is why, again, you have this dynamic, right? With how you deal with your emotions. A lot of times, even if we're not aware on a conscious level, the way that we were raised has an influence on us, in terms of our parental figures, what we've seen, what we grew up around. So, this again is usually from what I've seen with people with displacement, this is usually why we are the way we are in terms of how we deal with emotions. Now, in terms of where you get emotional fulfillment from, right? First off, you have a very intense emotional nature, right? Now, this makes good for psychologists, right? This makes good for those who can dive deep into the depths of people and what's going on with them, right? You can get emotional fulfillment, though, through the mysteries, the secrets, the occult. You have a deeper part to your psyche than a lot of people, right? You can go to the depths emotionally and just what motivates others, and this is why I say psychology work as well too. Also, Scorpio deals with sex, death, and transformation. Also the mysteries, right? So these are things that you could be drawn to. Occult practices, right, can be under Scorpio energy. So let's talk about ancestry lineage, right? In terms of your ancestry lineage, I said that Scorpio deals with the occult, deals with it's a sign that deals with sex, death, and transformation. You can have ancestors who were into the occult, into astrology, tarot. This can be mediums, psychic mediums, right? You'll see some ancestors who were morticians. We already stated psychologists, basically. On the more negative side, sex work can fall under this energy. As Scorpio, I said, deals with sex. So these are just some things to consider. You also have to consider, besides just the moon placement, look at the aspects made to the moon, as well as the house it's in. You can look at the 4th house cusp in terms of the sign there and any planets there, and also the ruler of the 4th house, right? And last but not least, I don't want to confuse people, but you can also look at if you have any planets in Cancer, as this deals with all of these topics that we talked about in relation to the moon, right? So I'm going to end the video right there. You guys have a good one. I have more videos coming soon. Peace.